pick up in the marshal station. You're synthetic, wobbling out of a jail cell back in the holding area. Easily able to get through the bars because most of the bars are dissolving away with loud hisses and this terrible smelling smoke that seems to steam up throughout the back of the holding area as the floor is beginning to dissolve in some places. Chaplain has to kind of navigate that rough terrain a little bit without stepping on any more acid, as you notice that there's this white milky substance kind of spewing everywhere out of him. As most of his artificial flesh has been dissolved away, and you guys can start to see all this plastic and tube-like structures underneath. His head doesn't quite attach correctly. It's tilted off to the side as some of the acid has dissolved so roughly through his neck that his head does no longer sit on his neck appropriately. And at this point, I did want to retcon a little bit of what happened at the end of last episode, as I butchered the synthetic roles, so I apologize in advance to all you Alien RPG fans. Synthetics don't really work the same way as humans do, so when synthetics go to 0 hit points, they are considered broken, and they do take a critical injury, which they have their own critical injuries, as we found out last time, but they're not kind of taken out of action. They just have to do what that critical injury tells them, which for you, Chaplain, now, it's all fast actions or slow actions. So you have nothing but slow actions that you can do while your head is sideways. Okay? Which means basically you lose your fast action in a sequence of combat. So you would only get like 1 action per turn that you could do, in essence. Mechanically, that's what that means. But you can still engage. Like, you are still cognitive, you're still awake. The only thing that stops you is when you get the critical injury system shut down. When that happens, you go, and you are turned off. So technically, what we said at the end of the last stream is technically you have now, seeing as you're walking by the holding cell area, you can see Captain Silva's body lying there. Massive hole in the front of the skull. Helmet rolled off to the side. A pool of blood surrounding the head in the hallway. As it seems like the rest of the group is trying to regroup up there in the main part of the marshal station. So now that retcon is taken care of, what do you guys do?
Since Chaplin's my buddy, I'm gonna go up and be like, "Hey man, is there any way I can like fix you or something? Like, that looks horrible, dude."
I'm gonna rotate the body because really couldn't turn the head.
You get back to base where you can get treated and get your head glued back on right.
Yes, I do feel we should deal with the remains in the other hallway, though.
That's an easy. We can carry that out to the truck.
Let's collect Captain, and as for the other remnants which are slowly destroying the building, perhaps you could collect your incinerator and dispose of the remnants.
Still thinking, man, even after all that, stuff.
Sort of reach up and pick up the head and just
Yeah.
pull it over to the other side.
Fighter.
Do you guys remember in Terminator 2 when the Terminator hits T-1000 with the grenade launcher and the head's like wrapped around this way? Like I kind of just like picture Chaplain looking like that right now.
Ooh.
Acid is eaten through a section of the chest.
Yeah.
Chaplain, I just want to say, apologies for any part I might have had in spraying acid all over you. I felt like the priority at the time was the mission, which was to take out that creature, whatever the crap it was. And, damn, I hope we can fix you.
Agreed. It was definitely the necessary action. Had you not, it would have gotten through the bars to me.
Yeah, I bet if we follow military protocol, that head will come right back together.
I have no doubt.
Yeah.
We have military protocol for like headless dudes.
We got protocols for everything. You just gotta read them. Tells you,
I
you know.
need a book.
Well, it tells you which shoe to put on first. Tells you which way to wipe things down. Tells you how to mix your food powder. It's all there.
I don't think I read any of that, man.
I can tell. And you still outrank me, which, anyway, we're moving on now. We're not going to bring that up here. Dante, would you help me collect the captain's remains?
I just walk over with you, just give a nod, and just walk over and just grab one side of the arm and just hook under and just look at you ready to go, and then just start walking with you.
Hammer also pitches in and helps you guys as you guys are doing that. As they're doing it, that Gunnery Sergeant Mason, Iona, you guys hear there is a pounding, like a rapid pounding coming from the south side of the complex near what looks to be a door labeled interrogation room. And you see Marshal Hyams, who you guys had spoken to a little bit before. There's another marshal had kind of run out of that place. You can see he has like a little name tag that says Deputy Dodd on it. And he kind of like, oh yeah, Marshal, I forgot about Stolz. And then he turns around and he starts like walking back to the interrogation room area. Opens.
Don't go in there. Did he come with the other guy?
No, we picked this guy up, suspicion of being connected with the insurgency. Just had him in for some questions. I'm sorry, say again, it was coming through your comm weird.
He didn't come in with the other guy?
No, we pulled this guy in earlier.
I'm sure that we don't got any more of those metal mouth monsters.
Okay. Well, I mean, I'll leave him in there if you want me to leave him in there. I'm not going. If there's another one of those, I'm not going back in there.
Yeah. It looked like that
Let's take a
popped out of that guy's
Let's take a look
chest.
at him. Let's see if we can match him to one of the photos that we've got. Make sure that he's not one of the people we're looking for.
I mean, we got a camera in there if you want to check it out.
Yeah, let's see. We'll look at the. We'll compare him to pictures that we've got.
Okay. Yeah, so he goes over to like one of those computers nearby and starts kind of typing on the keyboard a little bit and pulls up on the monitors. He kind of screenshots it, or he gets this monitor in the screen of the video cam feed that's coming in from the interrogation room, and you can see there's an individual like knocking on the door, and you can hear inside, I heard shots. What are all the shots for? What's going on out? Somebody answer the door. He's like pounding on the door. You're kind of looking at him, and from your angle, he turns around a couple of times. Doesn't look familiar to you. Like, it doesn't look like one of the AWOLs or anything like that. Yeah.
Just leave him in there for the time till we're done here.
Yeah, I kind of like watching him freak out like that anyway. Look at him. He was, about 10 minutes ago, he was acting real tough.
Yeah, just let him stew.
Yeah, well, I don't want to hear him, and he presses mute on the feed.
All right, Chaplain, should I go? Do you want me to get the incinerator and finish that metal mouth piece?
Yes. Incinerate everything in the hallway.
All right, it's done, and I'll proceed to do that.
You guys see as like Hammer was helping out that too. Probably Iona probably sees this. There's this what looks like right inside where that holding area door was. There's this weird like thing laying on the ground that was near Captain Silva. And you look closer and it almost looks like this like rolled up old transparent kind of snake skin looking thing. Really gross looking.
That too, dude. Looks gross.
Dante,
Is
you
it
see
moving
that?
or anything? It's completely still, isn't it?
Yeah, but it's just laying there on the floor. Looks like it might have been kind of stuck to the ceiling area too and kind of like just flopped off like the ceiling when everything was happening. Pretty nasty. It's all covered in this like weird mucousy substance that sticks to your fingers.
Let's hope it's flammable.
Or should we like study it? I don't really know. I don't do the book stuff. But
Given the current situation, it's better to destroy it. We don't know what it could do.
I like his idea.
yeah.
I pull up my RPG and just go, do you want me to do it?
An RPG is good. I think flames are better.
Okay. I just nonchalantly just put it back down.
No.
However long
The
it
question
takes-
is, do you want to burn it or do you want to nuke it from space? That's right.
Why not both? Burn it, then nuke it.
Awesome. So, Gunnery Sergeant Mason, you're going out to get to the APC to get your incinerator, and you're coming back in. You don't even have to do any rolls or anything like this. You come in and you're incinerating everything that has to do with that creature, right? Is that what you're planning on doing? Yeah. Okay. So he doesn't hold back. He incinerator unit down there where the pieces of the body are still kind of dissolving within this acid down there at the end of the room. The room is just falling to pieces. Like this, you guys did so much freaking acid damage down there. Like it's hard to believe that this thing isn't completely dissolved away by now. so you're like you just incinerate it. It catches on fire. It starts to burn up. You take it over to like the holding area where the like cocoon area thing was hanging up, and you fry that. You fry the little like snake skin type thing that's laying on the ground in the sludge. It all kind of starts to burn up, and you're just standing there at the end of the holding area just with your incinerator across your side like this and just watching the chaos in flames as it... Exactly. Yes that's right. Gotta have the sound effect.
Yeah.
Does the incinerator, does it have a power on it? Like, does it cost
No.
it doesn't?
No,
Does it have, I can't remember if the ammunition for that was different.
It lists the RC is highlighted under the attack. RC is highlighted. I don't know what that means.
Yeah, that means it's just going to roll your ranged combat with the attack. That's what that means. It's a range.
Okay.
RC stands for range combat. So under gear, let me see. I just want to double check. I don't think it will affect. I guess I'm not in the right area. Incinerator.
Meanwhile, while that's going on, Zim turns over to Dante and he's like, Dante, can you believe these people have been hanging out in this office with this thing growing in the ceiling? Like, do you think they're in on it?
I just look at you and just go, I don't know. I'm just here doing my job. I just want to get out of here. I just want to do my job and get out of here. Find the Marines and go home.
Hey, Dante, man, I gotta tell you, I respect you, but you gotta lay off the smack while we're on the mission.
Listen, I got to do what I got to do. I got to make it through this mission.
I hear
I just got to get through and get home.
I hear you, man. Just try and keep it sharp, because stuff will mess with your head. You get the shakes and stuff.
Don't worry. Hammer's got me.
Yeah, but he's got his own issues too. I mean, who knows when he could just fly off the rails.
I got him. We got each other. Don't.
Oh, you guys got the biggest guns too. So, gotta look out.
Yep, and we'll definitely take care of you. We'll take care of everybody.
The incinerator unit has normal ammunition, so it only runs out if you panic.
Don't panic.
No panic here.
Just
that also means if it's got regular ammo, we got some extra in the APC for you too. So
That's right, Eric. In the chat, definitely keep your eye out for face huggers. That's right. All right. So, you guys basically take Captain Silva out. You do have body bags inside the APC. So, you guys are quickly able to secure Captain Silva's body into the body bag and place her remains into the back of the APC. The marshals kind of are talking outside, not really sure what to do next, as they're just like kind of standing on the front porch area. Scared to go back in and not knowing exactly what their person in the interrogation room might be doing or saying or going through. So they just seem to be looking like they're just having a conversation about what to do next.
So is Dante, Z, and Hammer all outside right now?
Yes, currently. Yep.
Yeah.
Just want to.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we should really think about just. I'm being 100% serious here. Nuking down this whole building, leave everything inside, nothing alive. I mean, this whole planet is going to trash anyway. I'm not getting crazy here. I'm just saying that was bad stuff we encountered there. That's the worst thing I have seen.
Listen, if I get the orders, I'll shoot it. I'll do it.
Just following orders.
And it's about this time that
outside that Chaplain's hearing this.
well now you guys can head on out. But technically you guys do have those comm units. so but nobody was in the APC kind of like monitoring things, and you guys can kind of like calm in and talk to like who you want to talk to at different times. So just keep that in mind as well. So but yeah, if you guys are ready to go back outside, you guys can go outside. And now that Gunnery Sergeant Mason is pretty much incinerated pretty much everything that related to that creature, you guys are pretty safe that you got rid of anything. Like, nothing's going to be able to be identified out of all that.
And you said there were only 2 marshals and they both went outside?
Yes, they're kind of standing on the front porch area, and the receptionist is standing there, just kind of talking about maybe they need to contact the other deputies that they've got out, and let them know not to come back to the station for a little while.
I'm just going to take a little time, and again, because I've still got my med kit with me.
Yes.
And as Mason is busy doing his thing, go in and basically same thing that he had attempted to do to the alien, and fill up 2 syringes, like double dose of sedative.
Okay.
And just as the ready to walk out, is Iona still in the room?
Probably.
Chaplain's going to look at you and hand you one of the syringes. When we walk outside, please inject whichever officer is closest to you. We need to know whether or not they were involved in this.
All right, bro.
And then Chaplain's going to take the other one and Start heading out.
That's an order, dude. Sir.
Yes.
Okay.
Inject the marshal. It will ensure unconsciousness.
Okay.
Okay, so
No.
so you guys are walking out. Gunnery Sergeant Mason, you're still kind of in there too.
Yeah, I'm pulling out. If I'm done incinerating, I'll pull out.
Yep, you walk out and you see that Chaplain and Iona are getting ready to walk out through the receptionist lobby, and they're both holding syringes.
I'd be like trying to hold one under my arm, kind of like just trying to hide it a little.
Okay.
I can just kind of poke him in the side.
Probably not that, not in a position to really be that stealthy, half.
Yeah. You're like looking one direction, walking another. It's like it's all messed up.
Oh no.
So are you doing it? Are you stabbing the guy with the needle?
I'm gonna
Yep.
stab the guy with the
All
You
right.
stab the other needle. So there's 3 people out there. You guys got 2
Well,
syringes.
2 marshals.
There's 2 marshals, but there's a receptionist. The woman is also standing out there talking to them. Maybe I didn't make that clear firsthand. Yeah, but there's 3 people talking on the front porch. I just want to make that clear before you go out there with 2 syringes and start.
Knowing that there are 3, then Chaplain would have prepared a 3rd and told Mason to do the same thing.
Okay.
But changing it up slightly, have Iona do the receptionist,
Okay.
Okay.
and then Mason and Chaplain will take the 2 marshals.
How do you feel about that, Mason?
I think we need to talk to them and find out where they picked up this guy.
Correct, but we need to do such in a safe manner. Right now in public, they still have their weapons. If they are involved in this, it could lead to more death and more destruction. Rendering them unconscious and then moving them to a safe holding location before conversing maximizes everyone's safety.
You got it. Who you want me to get? The one marshal?
Yep, which basically is the 2 of us walk out, whichever marshal's closest to you.
Okay.
All right. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to say that Chaplain is going after the main Marshal Hyams. I will say that Mason is going after Deputy Dodd, and Iona is going after the receptionist Olga. The rest of you are outside, kind of stalking the APC. You turn around and see the door slides open, and 3 of your companions start to make their way out, and they just rush the 3 people on the porch. They kind of like walk towards them, and then all of a sudden you see this flash of syringes come out, and I want all 3 of you to make close combat rolls for me. I am going to give you each +2 modification on this roll, though, because they are very unexpecting of this, as you guys are kind of like making this move. So you're going to get to add, I don't think you put the plus in the roll. I think you just put 2 when you add the modification in. And all you need is a success.
I think I missed.
Mason is successful. Chaplain is successful.
Oh, it didn't go through? Because I'm on the iPad?
Yeah, I didn't see it go through.
Okay, let me try it again. One more time. I'm so sorry.
You were good.
Yeah, she's good.
Okay. Oops, that didn't roll right.
It did. Well, I don't think it gave you your +2 modification.
No, it didn't.
So if you want to, you can either re-roll it again and add the +2, or you can just roll 2 base dice, and we'll add them to.
I'll just roll 2 base dice. Hold on. 2d6.
Yeah, 2d6. That's well.
That did not work.
I hover over it, and it is 2 5s when I hover over it. So,
Okay.
So this is what happens. You guys go out, and Chaplain, you're the first to kind of approach Marshal Hyams as he kind of turns around and he's like, yeah, we're calling in the other deputy. And you drive the syringe into him, and he goes, and at about that time, Mason gets it out and just jams it into the back of Dodd. Dodd's like, what? Everything's blurry. And then falls down, and then Iona goes to do it, and Olga kind of jumps over the railing and like slams down to me. So, what's going on? What are you doing? And she looks like she's getting ready to kind of like sprint and run away.
I'd say for me, I would drop my RPG just straight to the ground and just bull rush as fast as I can to tackle her since she's on the ground.
Excellent.
Just
All
try
right.
and move as quick as possible.
Make a mobility roll for me, Dante.
I'm liking Dante. I don't even have to yell out an order. Just
In action.
There we go. Any modifiers, or just straight?
Just straight, because she's kind of like getting up and getting ready to start to run. Oh, you spear tackle her. So you rush and spear tackle Olga down to the ground and sort of like contain her down the ground. What is going on here? What's the matter with all of you? She's like panicking.
I just pin her down and say, "Don't worry about that. You'll get your question. You'll get your answers later."
Zim, seeing all this, he would pull out the pulse rifle, drop to a knee, and start just aiming at the area, and being ready to react. You know, if he could get an Overwatch position to react to anybody like coming at the team, then he would do that.
Absolutely. Yep. Actually, Hammer does the same thing, like right beside you. He like drops to a knee, has his smart gun kind of out and ready, because he's like really buddy with Dante, and Dante like sprinted and tackled this woman, so he's just got like the gun like pointed like, what's going on? Just
Yeah, it seems like Chaplain, Gunnery Sergeant, what the hell's going on here? What are we doing? What are you doing?
Captain, fine. We have no way of knowing whether or not they caused this. Easiest way to ensure safety during interrogation is to render unconscious and move to a secure location.
Why would they cause this?
Chaplain's gonna like crane the body towards Iona. Has anything jumped and come after you other than this creature? One of ours, granted AWOL, was slain by this creature.
True.
While he was in there, attempts to, protective custody. Either they are incompetent or to be blamed.
So at this point, do I have like handcuffs? I would presume I have ties, maybe like the zip ties.
I would assume you guys would have like zip ties and stuff like that in the APC that you could have and zip tie this woman's like hands together and feet if you wanted to.
So that's what. So I don't have them on me, is what you're saying.
Oh yeah, but like Hammer could just like walk them over to you. Yeah, it wouldn't be a problem.
I would immediately turn to Hammer and just say, "Can you get me zip ties?"
No, Zim walks up. He's like, I got it. I'm going to use the belt. And so he pulls out an old ragged leather belt with like a, smudgy antique looking buckle, and he uses that to wrap it around the wrist. I got her. We're good. And then he suddenly feels just slightly more relaxed after making that happen.
Hammer looks at you and is like, how long have you had that belt?
Probably longer than you've been alive.
Wouldn't surprise me.
You know what? It works.
I would say at this point, I'm just kind of holding the shoulders, like looking at it, like I'm just not going to touch it. And then I just look and I just go, "You got her."
I got her. Can I use that as using my item to reduce the stress level?
Yes, you may. Sure.
All right.
yes. So, just as a reminder, you guys do have a signature item that allows you once per act to use it and then reduce your stress by 1 point.
I feel good. Got it secure.
So I'm going to make a banter to release some tension for the team.
Okay.
And I'm just going to go, did you see that tackle? Better form than Brian Urlacher.
Hammer, he kind of starts laughing. It's like, I mean, it was pretty cool. Be careful. I mean, you break her hip.
Yeah, she's like 150 pounds secretary. You're like a 250-pound military man. I'm just saying, dude.
So with the banter, I believe that reduces everyone within short range who can hear the banter by 2 stress points.
2.
So all of you reduce your stress by 2.
Nice.
And that can only happen like once every 10 minutes. That's like once every turn. So about once every 10 minutes you can use that feature.
I think that's my
Hey,
power.
Chappie, I don't want to tell you what to do, but we got that guy sitting in the interrogation cell. It might be wise to go figure out what to do with him. He could be infected as well. He could be part of it.
Eppy's gonna look at the group, everyone, and look over at Hammer real quick, and just sort of gesture to the 2 on the ground. Please drag these 2 to the APC. As for their guest in the interrogation room, do we take the risk of bringing them with us? I see it is unlikely that they would be holding someone if he was involved. He may be affected. In which case, in order to stop the infection, we really only have one option.
All right, so you're talking to Hammer and myself to drag the 2 bodies where again?
I just told Hammer to drag the bodies over to the APC for the 2 unconscious marshals.
Oh, there's 2 unconscious. Okay.
But basically, Chaplain opened it up to everyone, saying, "Hey, we've got this person in there. I don't really think he's going to be a part of it because they were interrogating him. But if he's not a part of it, he might be affected by it. In which case, we really don't have much of an option."
So I'll just walk back and pick up my APC, or not my APC, my RPG, and sling it back on, and just say, "What do you want us? What do you want us to do? What's your orders?"
Hammer would go start like taking the unconscious marshals and start like, dragging them to the APC and start loading them up. Would you want their hands bound as well?
Oh yeah,
Chaplain?
hands, feet,
yeah.
gagged.
Hammer would follow your orders and go about doing all that. So.
Well, I know I'm just a private.
I
no one
hate
really...
to be everyone. Oops, sorry.
Yeah. Oh, see, I know I'm just private. No one really wants to hear this, but, well, if you want to interrogate this guy who's in the interrogation room, well, these others are unconscious. Now is the time. And all these people here, I mean, who the hell knows? I don't want them with us in our APC if they're going to have some creature burst out of their chest and spit acid blood at us. I want to leave them here, dead. I don't want them riding. But that guy in the interrogation room, he might have seen something, and he doesn't have any loyalty to these marshals. I said we see what he's got. Just my 2 cents. Not that anyone cares. I'm just a grunt.
I'm gonna nod and look at Gunny. I am really not in condition to be speaking with someone. Would you be comfortable handling the discussion with the one in interrogation?
Yeah.
Why don't you take...
You guys can also, like, if one of you knows, like, you have certain skills or abilities for your character that would be influential for certain circumstances, you're allowed to kind of share those with the members of your group. So, like, if you're more outfitted towards, like, an interrogation or asking questions or more the social aspect of things, feel free. Yeah.
It's not my strong.
I think Dante's kind of like, I want to blow shit up. that's
I just keep pulling and hugging my RPG.
That's it.
Gotta have a name for it.
I'll
That's a
come
good
up with
idea.
something.
So, Chaplain will send Gunny and send Iona with him.
Okay.
And then looking over at Zim and Dante. Zim, you may have a point. Hammer, rather than bringing him there, I will ask the three of you to assist in bringing them back to the holding cells within the building.
Are those destroyed?
Some are, but not all.
Four in that corner, probably 3, 4, and 5 probably no longer function, and 6 is probably really hard to get to because the floor doesn't exist anymore. So 1 and 2 would probably be fine. You'd have to bypass the charred remains of the cocoon that was attached to the ceiling, as it probably had fallen off after it got all of its the substance that was sticking it up there dried out and got crustified and burnt. It probably fell and just is ash all over the floor by now.
Let's put all three of them in holding cell 1.
I'll just walk over and I'll just grab one of them, sling them over my shoulder, and just start making my way in.
Okay, yeah, Hammer grabs another unconscious one. You guys still have who's going to take Olga, because she's still conscious. Okay, so Zim, you're taking Olga. Would you put me down? God, this hurts. It's tight.
Ma'am, you need to walk this direction with us and get yourself in the holding cell. That's where we're going right now.
I still don't understand why you guys are doing this.
I'm just following orders here.
So you guys take them all back inside through the smoky hall, as a lot of the flames are still kind of like trickling down as they're burning the remnants of flesh in there. This place smells awful. I mean, it just reeks so bad. And you guys are placing them into holding cell 1.
I'll just start coughing and then just lose control and just kind of like, rather than gently put him down, like I just...
His head smacks off the floor. You guys kind of toss them all in there, and you're able to easily kind of slide the door shut. Olga is just lacing you guys with profanities as she's being tossed in there.
I'll just cough. My arm will twitch, and then I'll just get out of the cell area and just go back into the main area. Just kind of stand outside the door, just so that way it's a little less smoky for me.
Okay, sounds good.
Someone's going to once. Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead, Mason.
Going into the interrogation room.
Yeah, Iona and Mason are going to the interrogation room. Chaplain, what did you say you were doing while they were doing that?
Someone's going to come in and start going through the computer and
Okay.
see if I can find anything that. See if I can find anything out about these marshals and any sort of red flags or anything.
Okay, sure. You go ahead and make a comm-tech roll for me. And while you're doing that, I'm going to go ahead to Iona and Mason. You guys are able to head over to the interrogation room, where you press a few... well, you can see that this outer door doesn't really have a lock. Well, it has like a key code on it, but everything is kind of malfunctioning right now because of the condition of the building. So you guys are able to kind of like open up that first door, but the interrogation room itself has the the panel is locked currently.
No, 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 no. We are not opening the door.
Okay.
I'm
You're good?
looking to see if we can turn on any of the cameras
Mm-hmm.
to talk with him over the comm.
You see, if you look at the map, there is a viewing room to the south of
Okay.
the. So you, like, if you go through this one door to the hallway that's out there of the viewing room, you guys will be able to go into the viewing room, and that's where you can kind of like look inside and speak through the little comm unit, and be able to see him.
Okay. I will follow.
Okay.
Zim is just hanging out with the privates.
All right, you got it.
Sorry.
You're all good. So I was just explaining that you guys could go to this viewing room, and that's where you can kind of calm into the room and be able to see into the room as well.
Okay.
So would you guys like to do that?
Yep.
Okay.
Sure.
That'll be fine.
All right. So you guys go ahead into the viewing room, and you can see this guy's still like standing by the door. He isn't pounding on it quite as aggressively anymore. It looks like he's getting tired. And still just he'll like pound on it and kind of pace a little bit and look around. You have an idea like he can't really see you guys. It's probably like only a one-way looking glass from that viewing point of view. But you guys do have like a little computer that has like a comm unit on that you can speak through into it, and speaker units that kind of carry the room's volume to you.
Okay, so we are. Okay. What's your name, dude?
Stolz. Ivan Stolz. You don't sound familiar.
What'd they bring you in for?
But, they think I'm involved with some things. I'm not. I need to be released immediately.
I open that door and you're going to see the barrel of my gun. What'd they bring you in for?
I told you.
No, you said things.
They don't have anything on me.
You're going to have a gun barrel pointed at you if you don't start answering up. What'd they bring you in for?
Go ahead and make a manipulation roll for me. Do you have anything that you would like to add, Iona?
Do it, or we'll punch you in the face like real hard.
You may add a +1 modification to your roll.
Yeah. Nope. That's Dante's.
It looks like manipulation, you rolled 4 dice. Does that sound right?
Yeah.
And no successes. Okay, listen, I know you got guns. I heard them. I don't know what's going on out there, but let me talk to the marshal.
Marshall's gone.
What do you mean Marshall's gone?
We're in charge here now, bro.
Who's we?
Us. The
You ever heard of the Colonial Marines? We're in charge.
Oh.
Dude, I gotta read that book, man.
The Colonial Marines? What the hell they call the Marines for?
Just be glad we were here.
Hey, look. I don't know what's going on, but I know I don't deserve to be here. Will somebody unlock this door and let me go?
Probably not.
Sit in there for a while.
Why don't y'all ask him about the alien? See if he's seen an alien.
Oh yeah. Do you have like any experience with something really nasty that's big and has like metal chompers?
Metal chompers? You talking about like something from a movie or something?
Yeah. Like, do you know anything about that? Real serious, bro.
No, why would I?
Because you're here and it sucks.
Hey, I
Getting
think it's
anywhere.
just as suspicious that they brought me here anyway.
A way to test him? Can we test him to see if he's like interacted with this thing? Does anyone know? Oh. Okay.
I think that's we don't know. We don't even know what it is.
Yeah. Chappie, what should we do?
Comms are lighting up for Chappie.
Yeah.
Captain's a little busy researching, using his cell phone, trying to figure
Okay.
information out.
Did you make your Comtech roll, by the way?
Oh, no, sorry.
Okay, yes.
I said that and I realized I didn't have my cell phone, so I had to...
Well, and if you wanted to come back into the building and use their computers, it would make it so you wouldn't have like a negative modification on your roll.
I'm walking in. I'm sitting at the desk, so while like Zim and Dante and Hammer are over by the doors with the marshals in them, I was just sitting over, leaning sideways at the desk trying to.
You like reach out and turn the monitor sideways so you can see it correctly. Go for it. Comtech roll, no like no negative modification or anything to it since you're not trying to do it wirelessly or anything.
I'm just
Well,
looking to put down all the information I can get from them. Nope, apparently I'm not getting anything.
Oh, really? Because you said you were trying to find information about the marshals, right?
Yeah.
Well, really, all it is like their personal information, like their height, weight. Like you get like this whole bio of some of the deputies. It just talks about like this is married to so and so. They live at blah 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 blah. It's just really general information. You do get to like their home addresses and phone numbers and all that kind of jazz. But other than that, like nothing suspicious.
No violations, no complaints, no nothing.
There's a couple, but it's kind of like minor things, One deputy had to go on administrative leave for getting a little too aggressive one time, stuff like that.
I think we went a little aggressive, but that's okay. A little aggro here.
Aggro.
He's still not. Chaplin's still not 100% convinced. He's not find it. It's like I found their personnel file. That's it. A little sideways though.
I don't know, Mason. What do you think we should ask?
He's not going to know anything. I just think he's acting normally. We didn't see anything. He's not jumping around. We don't see anything busting out of his chest. I'd say leave him in there and just ignore him. And other than that, the only other alternative we have is I don't think letting him out is a good idea. And other than that, shoot him. So just
Right
leave
on.
him in the locked door. He can't hurt us, and no harm can come to him in there.
Gotcha. Good thinking.
You hear like he like walks up to the glass and starts knocking on it. You can tell he can't like see through it. He's just like looking at the glass and knocking on it. Hey, if the marshal comes back, tell him I need a drink of water. I'm really thirsty.
That'll be on our priority list. Totes.
And you watch him kind of walk away, and he sits down in one of the chairs. He like scrapes across the floor for a minute, and he just starts looking around. And I think
We'll just leave him in there.
just leave him in there.
Leave him in there. Don't want him out.
And as you guys leave Ivan Stolz in the interrogation room. That's where we're going to end this episode of Alien, Destroyer of Worlds.